Hi. In this video, let us understand about GSTR 3B return, which is a very important return in the GST scenario. So we will understand what is it the meaning of GSTR 3B return, who should file GSTR 3B return, due dates applicable, filing nil return, and interest and late fee. First of all, let us understand what is this. GSTR 3B return is a simplified summary return. So it is we need to give a summary only. We need to declare the summary of our GST liability for a particular tax period. And based on this GSTR 3B, we need to discharge, we need to pay the taxes. So in the last video, I have told you how to calculate the tax liability, that is output tax minus input tax. So for a month, you are finding out what is your tax liability, and that summary, how you calculated, how much output tax, how much input tax, etc., that should be given as a report to the government. That is called GSTR 3B return. So there are some features, that is GSTR 3B cannot be revised. Invoice matching is not done in GSTR 3B. We don't want to give any invoice wise details. Only summary is to be given. Then this return is more of a self-declaration. Only consolidated numbers are required in GSTR 3B. Invoice wise breakup is not required. And late filing attracts late fees and interest at 18% extra. So let us see what are the other points. Who should file GSTR 3B return? See, every normal taxpayer, that is a normal businesses you are seeing, they should file GSTR 3B return, as well as casual taxable persons, means who are doing business for a short time, okay, preferably 2 or 3 months. Then who are not allowed to file GSTR 3B return is input service distributors, composition scheme persons, OIDR service suppliers, the non-resident taxable persons. These persons are not required to file GSTR 3B return. So only normal taxable persons and casual taxable persons has to file GSTR 3B return. Then there are some due dates for everything in GST law. For GSTR 3B return, if the business turnover is equal to or more than 5 crores and persons who are not opted for QRMP scheme, that what is QRMP scheme? Quarterly return monthly payment scheme. The due date is 20th of every month. Then if the turnover is less than 5 crores, in that case, it is divided into 2 groups. Some states are in the first group and some are in the second group. So you should take care, you need to check and confirm in which group you are falling in. So in the first group, it is Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Daman and Diu, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Goa, Lakshadweep, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. So I think South India and West India. That is, the due date is 22nd of every month. And the second group includes Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Chandigarh, Uttarakhand, Haryana, Delhi, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Meghalaya, Assam, West Bengal, Jharkhand and Odisha. These states are in the second group and the due date for them is 24th of every month. So you need to check whether the turnover has increased 5 crores, then 20th. Otherwise, you need to check which groups you are falling in. Then, here I have given a GSTR 3B that is appearing in the GST portal. Once you log into the GST portal, you can see the GSTR 3B like this. Okay, it includes 3.1 tax on outward and reverse charge inward supplies, 3.2 interstate supplies, 4 eligible ITC, 5 exempt nil and non-GST inward supplies, Then 5.1 interest and late fee for previous tax period, 6 payment of tax extra. Okay, so these sections are there and you need to fill up the details there. So in our simulation software GST portal, there is a practice exercises and there is an assignment where you can do and understand and get a hands-on experience on how to fill up and file the GSTR 3B return. So in the first table, that is table 3.1, details of outward supplies and inward supplies liable to reverse charge. You can see the screenshot here. It includes outward taxable supplies other than zero rated, nil rated and exempted. So I have already explained what is the difference between zero rated, exempted, nil rated and all in another video. Then outward taxable supplies, that is zero rated, other outward supplies, that is nil rated and exempted, inward supplies liable to reverse charge, and non-GST outward supplies. For all these supplies, you need to give total taxable value, integrated tax, central tax, state or union territory tax and cess. So it should be clearly inputted. The total values only you need to input, not invoice based details. Then in the table 3.2, that is of the supplies shown in 3.1a, means out of the details submitted in the earlier table, details of interstate supplies, not intrastate, it is interstate supplies made to unraised state persons, composition taxable person and UN holders should be given here. Okay, so that should be inputted here for each group, like unregistered persons, composition taxable persons and UN holders. Then in table 4, it is for eligible ITC. I have already explained what is ITC, what is eligible, what is non-eligible and all in the previous video. So here you need to input ITC available whether in full or part for import of goods, import of services, inward supplies liable to reverse charge, inward supplies from input service distributor, that is ISD, and all other ITC. That should be given for integrated tax, central tax and or state or union territory tax and cess. Then B, ITC reversed. As per rule 42 and 43 of CGST or SGST rules, you have to give it. Then others also. Then net ITC available you need to calculate, that is A minus B, that will be automatically appearing. Then ineligible ITC as per section 17 subsection 5 and others also should be given. And coming to table 5, values of exempt, nil rated and non-GST inward supplies should be given with the classification of interstate supplies and intrastate supplies. Then suppose you don't have any outward and inward supplies, then you can file nil return, so you can show that there is no liability for you. So this nil return filing is very simple in a GST. Then coming to interest and late fee, suppose you got delayed or you are not filed the GSTR 3B in time, then please note that there is an interest of 18% per annum on your liability and it has to be calculated on the outstanding tax amount, and the time period will be from the date of next date of due date to the date of payment of that liability. Then there is a late fee also, which or normally should not exceed a limit, say rupees 5,000, and as per CGST Act, the late fee for every day of delay is rupees 25, and as per SGST Act the same amount, rupees 25. Then as per IGST Act it is rupees 50. Then late fee for nil return is rupees 10 for CGST Act and SGST Act, and rupees 20 under IGST Act. So these are interest and late fee details. So hope in this video you have understood the GSTR 3B return and what are the various sections, what is the due date, what is the interest and late fee for any delays, etc. Thank you.